Hello, my name is Jordan Bomos, and a little fun fact is my last name is German. In German, it means bottomless. Uh, I am actually not German, I'm 100% Irish, but my real father was adopted by a German family, hence my last name being German. Um, I was born on December 5th, 1989, in Chicago, Illinois. That is where I grew up and lived for the first 22 years of my life. I ended up moving out to Michigan with my fiance. We chose Michigan because this is where she had grown up and that's where her work is. Her father owns a practice in Canton, Michigan, and that's where she's currently working. Um, I went to high school at Minooka Community High School. There, I was a triathlete. I played basketball, track, ran track, and played football. Football by far was my favorite sport there. I was a wide receiver, and I did kick returning and punt returning. Um, while I was working at National University of Health Sciences, that's where I ended up meeting my fiance. Working there, I was a uh, maintenance technician, which pretty much means I was doing handyman sorts of things for the campus. I would remodel classrooms to uh, flip dorms so new students can move in without looking like it was lived in previously. I have four siblings, one, two brothers, two sisters. My brothers are Isaac and Vince. My sisters are Isis and Jana. Three of them live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and one lives in Chicago still. Currently, I work at Supreme Detailing in Canton, Michigan. Like the name suggests, it's car detailing, but we do other things as well, like install remote starters for cars and do window tinting and a few other things. I just started that job a couple months ago. Previously, I was working for Renaissance Roofing, where I was doing roofing. I chose to switch jobs because in winter it's very difficult to roof. In fact, we don't roof when it is colder than a certain temperature or if it's snowing, so there's not a lot of work being done right now. Um, I chose the criminal justice program because most of my family is in law enforcement. My grandfather, is, I think he retired as a sergeant for Chicago Police Department. My dad, my uncle, actually two of my uncles, my cousin, and my aunt all work for Cook County Sheriff Department in Chicago. I've also always wanted to become a cop, and previously to moving to Michigan, I was going through the process of becoming a deputy at Fort Cook County. But when I moved out here, that stopped. So now I'm in pursuit to get my criminal justice degree, and I chose the criminal justice program, an associate's with the academy. My hopes are to be hired once I graduate, either by Detroit or the state troopers, and then proceed from there. I have pretty much a miniature zoo at my house. I have four dogs. One's a Cane Corso, it's also known as an Italian Mastiff. One's a Boerboel, and that's known as a South African Mastiff. One is a Mutt. She is a Pit Bull, Shepherd, and Shar-Pei mix. And then we have a Chihuahua, so there's a big difference between very, very large and very small. Um, in my spare time, when I'm not working, I'm either doing side jobs, and if I'm not doing that, I'm trying to catch up on sleep or watching TV. Some of my favorite shows are Archer, which is an animation, Sleepy Hollow, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Some of my favorite foods would be steak burritos and Chicago deep dish pizza. I miss that very much, but when we do go visit my parents in Chicago, we generally bring back a couple, so that's nice. And then the last interesting fact about me would be I just recently started gardening. My fiance and I had just planted a garden, I believe 2 summers ago, and we've been building it up ever since. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you.